Hi everybody, my name is Rick Flynn. I'll be your English instructor, and this summer class, English 102, it is fast. We're doing in 6 weeks what most people do in 18 during the normal year. But try to be realistic about what we can get done, keep a good pace, give you good instructions. And normally when you get to the home page, you'll be able to link to the module for the following week on that home page. I'll change the images, but when you open up Canvas, there'll always be a link like this blue one for the module. I'm not going to, well, I'll click on it quickly. Also, you can click on the syllabus. Here's a copy of it here. And then the upcoming assignments for this week, I will flesh out next week's assignments probably by Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. And let me go back to this week, week 1. You've got a syllabus there for the whole semester, just kind of general major assignments, policies, and things like that. And you'll have a quiz on that coming up in a few days. So let me click on the module right here for week 1. Start off with simple stuff. Any questions, please get a hold of me. You've got email. I'm going to have a weekly Zoom class hour on Thursdays. I'll email the Zoom link, and I will have an extra class hour this Tuesday from 6 to 7, and I will email that link as well for people who want to get oriented with the class. And as you move through the modules, and I would prefer if you do this, that is, use the modules, don't just go to the assignments, because often I have explanations of the assignments. And so when people jump right into the assignment without going through the module, they miss the explanation. I'll start off each week with a layout, the different time requirements. We've got roughly 6 or 8 hours, maybe a bit more, not much less, between now and Sunday. Sunday being the 27th. It's a quick week. It moves very fast. And again, each week technically is 3 weeks, so I probably could double the pile, but nobody could finish it. So I'm trying to get a realistic pace for a 6-week class so you can get the essential skills you'll need when you enter college English. And so here's an example of a page. You wouldn't see this unless you skip to the assignment. And then I have a discussion of the book, which goes on halfway forever. But anyway, you'll get an idea, because one of your big assignments for this week is that you're going to answer these 23 questions, and you'll need to answer them before you take the quiz, because the quiz will only give you 30 minutes to cut and paste your answers. So once you open that time quiz, you won't have time to go in and start reading the book. So, and I'll have this each week. The purpose of the questions, why I do this, is explained pretty well in this video here, which goes on for altogether too long, about 14 minutes. But anyway, it's kind of a talkative overview. It gives you an idea of the thematic focus of the book and perhaps a little bit about Randy Shilt's writing style. So maybe that will help you get a grip on the book. And then as you move through, that's just the beginning of the week. I'll always have some kind of a rationale. Why are we doing these things? What's going on? What are the basic assignments? Here's another link to those 23 questions. And that we have an essay coming up a week from today on the 27th. And then just a little bit about me, how I learned to write critically, and how I actually had to learn when I entered college, because I'd worked for the San Lorenzo High School paper. That was my English class for the last 2 or 3 years of high school. And I also practiced piano 3 or 4 hours a day. So, you know, I kept up with my studies, and I read a lot. I always loved reading, but I did not understand how to turn that reading into an essay. So I had to learn that also when I entered college. Some of you may be in a similar boat, but you'll get it. It just takes I mentioned you have to adjust your reader's eyes a little bit to get used to it. That's all. And I'm here to help. So a little reflection here. This is only about a minute. Lovely picture I took in China. I really love that country. And just if you want to get an idea, a little moment of inspiration there. I think it lasts about 1:15. And I click the next button, got a discussion. Here's an interactive AIDS memorial quilt if you want to enter somebody's name and they have a quilt made, then you'll get a little bit of information about their life there. And then I have a sample of what I want us to do, which is introduce how AIDS has intersected our lives. Some people have personal stories. I do. I'm 63. I kind of came of age during the AIDS epidemic, and I knew many people who died from it. I also know many people like myself who were activists trying to help people cope with it. So it's kind of a rich history in my life, but of course many of you were not born until 20 or more years after the AIDS epidemic started. And I think it may be a little bit remote, but I bet everybody has somebody, maybe even it's just a celebrity or somebody, who kind of touched them because of their struggle with or death from AIDS. And then after that, that's Tuesday, and then I remind you, Wednesday, don't forget to respond to your classmates. And then on Thursday, brief quiz on the syllabus. It's linked here. It's also linked there under syllabus, just so you can pay attention to a couple of key things. That's not too deep there. On Friday, the quiz on those 23 questions, you'll probably need to spend 2 or 3 hours during the week getting ready for that. So this is a big assignment. That's why I had that page early on in the module to alert you to it. And that's why I emailed people last week to let them know that this was coming up. And then finally, we have a quiz on Martin Delany. His essay is going to be the essay we read for our first 2 to 3 page essay, which is going to be due on Sunday. So we're moving pretty quickly here. I probably could move the pages around, but anyway, I give a brief voice thread on my experience with Martin Delany. A little bit of background. Here's Dr. Fauci. He came out for Martin Delany's memorial and spoke about how important he was in the fight against AIDS. Here's the essay we're going to read, and there's a link to the reading quiz. I'll probably reverse the order on these in just a second. And then here's also a link of a $60 million grant for AIDS research. I believe that's research towards the cure, and it's named in honor of Martin Delany. And so he's one of those unsung heroes who really had a huge impact on the epidemic. Very good man. And then finally, here is the link for the essay. Here is the prompt. You have to open that first. And then here's a brief gloss on how you write it, how it should be shaped. But the prompt actually, I'll open it real quickly here, will give you an idea of how to structure it. First, you're going to want to read it carefully. You're going to answer all those questions in the quiz, which I will move to come after this. And then these are the questions I want you to answer, paragraphs 1, 2, and 3. So I'll give you a focal point. And I think after you read the essay, you'll see that's largely how it's structured as well. And I think you'll understand how this is pretty much echoing the flow of the essay, if you will. And then that's about it for week 1. I don't see any next down here. And do we get a next? Oh, yeah, we have the end of the week. Finito, we're done. And within a couple of days, I'll put all the work up for week 2. But I need a day or two to do that. I've been kind of reformatting things, rethinking some assignments, getting everything ready as we start the semester. So there you have it. I welcome you to the class. I look forward to meeting those of you who can make it on Tuesday night for a 6 to 7 orientation, and I also will be available Thursday night. Anybody has questions? Welcome to the class. And I hope you enjoy the readings. Most people do. And I'll be here to help you any way I can. And please feel free to ask questions.